Peace, and blessings. I want to definitely welcome you all back for another great episode. My name is Celebrity Interviewer Isaidit, and this is the show. And I always had a pleasure of meeting some of the greatest people in both entertainment and in the community. And this is another person that you should definitely know. This woman is a true professional with everything that she does. She's a public health practitioner. She's a TV news contributor. She's a peak performance keynote speaker, motivational speaker to add. And to add, she's also a creator of a powerful and passionate healthcare professionals podcast. And her name is Sabrina Runbeck, correct? Such,
Yes, thanks for having me.
definitely such a pleasure to have you on the show today, Queen. Peace, Queen, and a salute to you and everything that you do.
Oh, my pleasure. Definitely for all being here, for everyone who's watching us, for just enjoying a Tuesday night with us.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely my pleasure to be able to share this day with you. Like I say, you're a true professional in everything you do. You work really hard. Can you tell me a little bit about your day? But before that, I want to thank everybody that's here live with us, that's tuned in, wherever you're watching from. Please just share this video. You know, um, this woman is an incredible person, and I'm so excited to ask her, so much about everything that she does. So again, share this video, and again, thank you for being with us today.
Yeah.
Sabrina, if I may, or PA Sabrina, correct?
Yes, I'm a heart and lung surgery PA as well.
Okay, absolutely. So, with that being said, first, how was your day?
I'm doing great. This morning, I was hosting a conference call with a valve conference. So for older uh, population, when they have a tight valve, which are these open and closed doors in our body, especially the aortic valve, sometimes we have to do surgery, but when they're too sick, we can't do open heart surgery. We can deploy a stent valve in them. So we host a conference. Now I went into the OR to do a heart and lung bypass surgery. Right after that, came home and did two other live shows. One is on women empowerment, on how can Asian women boss up. And that's also my book with other 18 awesome women out there is coming out next month. And also on another holistic live show to specifically talk about my passion topic on how can we as ambitious professionals be able to save at least 8 hours off work while increasing your productivity by at least 30%. So you can actually get to do the things you love to do and not just your obligations. And now I'm here with you guys. So yes, wrapping up my day as a beautiful bowl.
Incredible, and just bravo in getting all that done. Like you are a true multitasker. Like I said from the beginning, professional. I'm just gonna make that the word of the day for this interview because you do so many things with excellence. Um, so where did all this ambition come from? On this show, I like to really talk about the beginning. I like to talk about the whole story, not just half the story. And basically, how did you get here? How did Sabrina become the professional? Where did you grow up actually? And can you talk about that first? Where are you from originally?
Yeah, for sure. I was born in China. I'm only child and all my cousins are male. So I'm someone who's like, why should male take over as the representative, as the people who carry out the family name? And I think from Asian culture, they always thought women are, yes, this, you just do good in school. Once you get your degree, get a job, get married, your life should be set. That should be great for you. I'm such a rebellious tendency of, no, I have something more to offer. I can make big things in life as well. So when I was young, I'm always doing something. I'm the VP of social. I'm in the dance team. I'm doing stuff that to keep myself innovated, motivated, and going. And my mom decided to come to the US, and I ended up have to fly over here by myself when I was 12 years old. While I was still learning
Wow.
English speaking, And at the same time, we're a teenager. I would just start to figure out who I am at the moment. My mom got into a car accident. So my family started not doing so well, especially financially. So I took upon myself to start selling pots and pans in flea markets just to part is making a living. And second, it helps me just to force myself to learn the language as fast as possible. So I think at that moment, I learned you have to work hard. It doesn't matter where you came from. My life was great before, but in the moment of every chance you got, you have to be resourceful. You keep going. But that push, that hardworking tendency got me 2 bachelor degrees, 2 master degrees, and finally got a medical degree and put myself into one of the best heart and lung surgery center in the whole country and really in the world, because there are international patients fly to our hospital just to seek care. And I thought I made it. And then I think many of my friends thought, you got this, right? Now you're in a great place. But I was working 80 plus hours, and on top of that, taking calls and have to come in on the weekends to run and check on my patients, because they're my people. I want to make sure they're okay and whether they can go home from the hospital and they're not trapped, right? Your most comfortable place is your home.
Right,
but I
right.
realized that's not life. That's just you're working as a machine. So I remember one day, it was hardly 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm already exhausted because I was on call the night before again and slept maybe 3-4 hours. And I also woke up with a fever of 101 degrees.
Oh my
Now, my body started feeling that achiness, and my hands were even cramping. It wouldn't have been so bad, except I was scrubbed in with my hands inside the patient's open chest, trying with all that I can just to keep going, just to finish that case. Now, typically, I'm someone who's chatting, talk to my co-surgeon, my anesthesiology team, the nursing team, listen to music. But that day, I was quiet. And my nurse even noticed, ooh, Sabrina's quiet, probably not a good thing. So they keep passing Daypol and cough drop under my mask to keep me going. Now, we know it doesn't take a medical degree to tell you when you're sick, you better rest.
Right.
So when I woke up the next day, covered with my sweat, can barely get out of my bed to get a glass of water, I had to admit to myself, this is it. You can't push anymore. You have to take a step back. Just call in for a sick day. So I amped up the courage to finally call my boss. And the answer I got on the line was, you didn't thought to tell me this sooner? I felt that instant stab in my heart. And I felt this is not a rare story. I think many ambitious professionals who are watching this right now, y'all felt those moments. Y'all had the days where you just kept going and you feel like a little bit cough and cold, nothing. It's okay. I still have this project need to be done. That thing I need to get going. This clients I need to talk to. And guess what? We keep saying yes. We keep ignoring ourselves. And then we start saying yes to the things that truly rob our precious energy, time, and ultimately our sanity. So I had to do some self-reflection to put a break on it. Went back to my root in neuroscience and public health, where my thesis were on stress management, self-care, and self-efficacy, and truly then learning from other neuroscientists, cognitive behavior, and positive psychologists to create now what I call a peak performance blueprint, a 6-step program that truly turn our life around, not to turn our passion into a poison.
Right. Okay, that was a mouthful as well. But let me say this first. I mean, that's just incredible. You know what I mean? I'm saddened for you. I'm happy for you. You know what I mean? I just like really sympathize for everything that you had to go through. I can't imagine at 12 years old you have to come to a whole new country, not knowing the language fully, or barely, being able to communicate. You know what I'm saying? and how evil, you know what I'm saying, people can be sometimes, um, to, you know, people who they feel like, you know, um, per se, they feel like don't belong over here, you know, stay in your country and things of that nature, the evil things that people think and do, you know. So I can't imagine, and I like again just salute you for just having so much perseverance and strength and willpower through the years. That's just like incredible, beyond measure. You know, you couldn't write that in a book. You definitely need a book. You need to document all of that because that's just extraordinary. You're an extraordinary woman. You are.
Oh,
Now with that being said, you said that, you know, coming from China, and I'm aware of this as well when it comes to history of China, that they don't really put women in the forefront. Like, you know, like you said, they want women, and this is the same thing in America, has this naive, you know, thought process, feeling like, you know, women should only, you know, be assigned to do things like this, and the man should only be able to do this over here. You know, I'm not going to get into things in particular. You know, now with that being said, you said you was going to take this on your shoulders basically and turn this around, the financial with your family, you know, the whole women, you know, thing, that, you know, to prove and show that yes, I can do this too. Again, where did that come from? What woman in your life did you get that from? Where did that come from? Where did that develop to say that I too is going to take a stand on part of women, on this empowerment and all of that? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's strong. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I think it come from both my grandma and my mom. My grandma, even in her days, she was working. She was not someone, she has 4 kids and she raised all of them, yet she was working. And despite that, my grandpa had a high level ranking position and she didn't just take a backseat of just staying home. And my mom is the same way. She's always been a strong woman. She was a college professor back in China before she came here. And then when she got here, she started using her statistic background from China to become a bookkeeping and financial advisor. This lady, she doesn't rest. My mom just keep going. I feel like sometimes her social life is more packed than mine, right? And especially before COVID time. And I think that's where I got from, is that no matter who you are, you can stand up for yourself and define your own vision. And I think I don't have a type of parent where my mom is not a typical tiger mom. So she let me grow. She let me explore into how I want to define myself. So even in high school and college, I was traveling around. Every summer, I was in different places. I studied abroad in Europe. I was going to different places to figure out that what that means to be in different cultures. You have no idea. You're not going to speak the language, but you can use their own resources, whether it's English, Spanish that I learned, or a Chinese, or just using a translator, right? People can communicate in different ways, and you can truly shine. Either is from a performance perspective, that's what I focus on, right? Or just simply inspire and motivate.
Mm, I love it. I love everything that you do and the way that you put it. You know, absolutely. I want to show a couple of pictures. You know, actually, what does this song represent? The Screw the Naysayers?
Yeah, so I was speaking to the School of Naysayers podcast. That was like one of the earlier on when I became a speaker. I truly was in a place, I never thought myself, yes, I have an accent, but I'm proud of myself for having different characters. So when I got on the show, I talk about these steps. You know what? There are gonna be moments in your life, no matter it's your partner, your family, they're gonna tell you no. They're gonna feel like whatever you're doing, who do you think you are? Even my family, when they come from a good place, when I wanted to go into heart and lung surgery, which is one of the most intense surgical subspecialty and among all medicine,
Right.
And they're telling me, oh, you're a girl. Girls don't last that long in surgery, first of all. And why pick hard and long? And you're going to be standing on your feet for hours. Why don't you pick something easier?
Right.
And I'm thinking to myself, well, I don't want something easier. I want something challenging and innovative and exciting to be in life. So that's what I'm saying is all of us have those moments where your best friends, your family can be coming from a great place, but they're going to tell you no. But it's for you. You're the one who's the driver in your own life. Nobody else's. We can't complain about societal or environmental restriction. At the end of the day, you have to own up to your decisions and how you're going to take control to make your true dream and into a reality.
In that order. In that order. And I absolutely believe the same thing. You know what I mean? You have to take control of your destiny, you know what I mean? And don't let the community, life, America, people outside, anything outside of your spirit take control of what's to come or what's for you in this life. You know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
mm,
That's really, I believe, a sabotaging tendency that majority of our culture is doing. Is we are always on, right? We feel like if we stop, if we don't have our hands in multiple pots, then who are we? We're not productive, quote unquote. Then people start wearing busyness like a badge of honor. But even you're just so busy doing a lot of things, if they're the wrong thing for you, they're never going to lead you to that beautiful and satisfying life. You're just laboring yourself away.
mm, I heard that. Well spoken. And on that note, let me just remind people that again, if you just tuned in, again, we're live here at Celebrity Interviewer. I said it. And again, this is the show. And I'm welcome and have the pleasure of having Miss Sabrina Runbeck. And she is also a MPH, MHS, and PA hyphen C. You know what I'm saying? Peak performance consultant. Very happy to have you here today. And you know, we just speaking about, you know, her career and her life journey. Really though, you know, again, share this video. So with that being said, how did you get into get into TV and becoming a TV contributor?
Yes. So I love to share my message across the board. And when I started podcasting, being guest speaker, just like your show, and I started hosting a show on my own as well called Powerful and Passionate Healthcare Professionals. And as the more people I meet, people really start to say, Sabrina, these messages needed to be broader. And I also know our news, it matters on the currency. So last year, I really put myself out there to learn about contribution, even for the bigger stages. So I talked about Fox, ABC, CBS, any topics on post-election stress disorder, especially when we're doing election, and how to encourage more young voters, because more than 40% of the eligible votes are people under 40, but not many people are actually voting. And I also talk about the stress we have from post-election, where people feel like they're so divided, we're unsure, right? Like sense of control is lost. Then there's the new research came out last year. The new age of burnout in the US is 32 years old for average. And that's crazy. So I also did a few segments on those topics, as well as energy, sleep. I just feel like we have so much to give in life. And the more we can send our messages, represent who we are as a person and our goals, our ideas, more people, the right people will be attracting to you. And that's how we can create synergy and create better changes.
I like that. I like everything you were saying. And one of the key words is the right people. Definitely, I agree with that because many people you will attract by just being powerful, a powerful spirit, a powerful energy source. You know, what I mean, you're going to attract people of all people, not everyone, but not the right people. So I'm glad that you know specify that because that is very important. And we actually have our first comment come in today, so I want to acknowledge that. And it's actually by my good friend Sapphire Steamy, the beautiful Queen of the Six. She's all the way from Toronto, Canada, right now. Can't hear, so I will tune in on IG. I'm sorry that you can't hear it. I really apologize. But peace to you, Queen. She's actually the brand ambassador of Isaidit Management also. So I'm very grateful that for her to always tune in. So definitely, I think that's great. Everything that you're doing. You started your own show. How did you become such a professional at multitasking?
I actually don't believe in multitasking. I believe in you have to set boundary and get such a clarity in what you wanted out of life. Then you can easily say no to just about everything. Then you can say heck yes to the only things that truly light you up in life. So I was able to do multiple different things because I know each thing has a purpose, has something that lead me to the vision I have for my life. And I'm very good also about not over pushing myself and overwork. So I have my days in a hospital, and then I have my days for doing fun things like this, being on your show, being on other live TVs or radio shows and medical conferences or entrepreneurial conferences, summits, because we know our time is limited. For us to produce time is difficult. That means you actually know what's going to rob your time and which project will actually give you the bigger result. And that takes some more self-reflection and thinking. That's how we become more even productive, right? So my 6-step system, number one thing is, how can you create that ultimate desire of a lifestyle? Let's stop talking about all the doing, the skills, the books, and all the crazy stuff, right? Doesn't matter how high your IQ, EQs, knowledge, letters behind my name. No, that's only half the equation. Just like Napoleon Hill says, knowledge is not power until you use it correctly. That's half the equation. Guess what's the other half? Positive psychology, we say that is positive intelligence, because we are not able somehow to maintain our happiness. Why is that? We have sabotaging behavior. There are 9 of them. We tapped into judgment and controlling as 2 of them, right, earlier. If you kind of get stuck into this mind, these tendencies, and you don't know how to pivot yourself out to those empowerment stage where you can be more innovative, resourceful, empathetic, right? Then of course, no matter how big a promotion, new business, new project you're working on, you're going to drag yourself back down, right? So first, we need to know how we want to create our life, then know how to generate the momentum, then master our psychology so we don't have these sabotaging behaviors. And then fourth, we got to know our energy. There are natural energy cycles in our body. There are 4 different types. And we also can reboot our energy within 2 minutes. Yeah, isn't that amazing? I did a workshop. Yeah, 2 minutes, just 2 minutes. Bring your focus and energy back, right? So if you're in a better presence, a state of calm and good, you just know, you block out all the crazy, psychology call them mental chatter, right? These 40 to 80 billion thoughts that's running through our head every day. And guess what? 80% of them are from the previous day or previous event, right? So how can we be the creative people, the most sure, most confident people if we have all the other thoughts that are not serving us, right? So we have to reboot our energy. So now we don't feel like once you get home, you're so tired, you don't want to do anything, even the things that you used to enjoy. And then we can talk about productivity. Most people wanted to talk about productivity before they have all the foundation for 4 steps. And that's crazy, because without the right energy, no one does anything. So when you truly can create freedom, heighten and sustain your performance, that means you understand what are all the things you're truly passionate about. And at the same time, you're very good at, right? The proficient at. If it's just your passion without proficiency, guess what? They're habits, they're distractions. And if it's just things that you're really good at, but you don't love them, just someone else told you you're really good at to do, then eventually those things become disinterest. You're going to lose momentum. You're going to start procrastinating. And guess what? Become unfulfilling life. So we have to eliminate, delegate, automate everything else so we can keep moving. Then the very last step is what you're doing, creating influence, bring out the best in others, and try not to have the 6 steps that you accidentally diminishing other. Then we can create those synergy with the right people and move forward in life.
Wow. Bravo. And thank you very much for that, you know what I mean, for sharing all of that great information, life information, you know what I mean, with both myself and this audience today. Thank you so much. I'm very, very grateful. That was really powerful. So, how much meditating do you do? For I saw this picture and I see that I already know that you're a very spiritual person. Um, but I liked this picture.
So meditation, even within those 2-minute exercise, for some people, they think it's a part of meditation because I incorporate our breath, our body, and setting new intention and highlighting one of the 5 senses. So meditation doesn't have to be a 20-minute, half-hour ordeal where you have to have a safety spot. You can do it at work, at home. I do them throughout the day, really quickly. If I have a little longer time, great. But if not, at least I allow myself 2 minutes just to reset. And I also do meditation right before I go to bed. So I can clear, again, all the craziness, shut down this frontal lobe, right? Where is our cognitive, logical decision-making part of the brain. So I can ease into my sleep and not keep myself up. I found that many people also just think too much right before they go to bed. And of course, you can't fall asleep as easily because your brain is constantly going. You didn't allow it to be in a place of peace to just heal yourself. So that I would say, I do it throughout the day and before I go to bed. My morning routine doesn't have meditation because I do something slightly different. So even for everybody else out there, I would suggest if you have a piece of paper or even just pull out your phone, think about one thing that you truly love about yourself, a quality or something you've done you just love about yourself. And then you're going to program that one sentence into your morning alarm, that no section. So I know a lot of people like to snooze, right, in the morning. But what if tomorrow you wake up, your morning alarm is that beautiful message that you wrote about yourself? Would you actually trying to snooze it, or you feel good in the moment, just enjoying that? And if you want to challenge yourself even more, I want you to repeat that sentence. Once you get out of bed, staying in front of your bathroom mirror, say out loud. Let yourself live into that moment. And how proud, how confident would you feel at that moment and truly believe in that message?
Very nice, very nice. So, you have such a great insightful message, and so inspirational. Who would you consider your mentor? Who was the person? I know you said your mother, your grandmother was very strong influences in your life. So, would that be those people?
I think they're my initial inspirations. And then as life goes on, I was trained by Brenda Burchard, from Dr. Shazad Chapman, who talks about positive intelligence. And of course, I love Michael Hyatt's training, Brene Brown. There's so many people out there that I got inspiration and listened to their books, got their training, and then truly got a better sense of myself to see what works, what doesn't work for me, right? And then at the end of the day, we know everyone has a model. We have to find what truly heightens what already doing well in our life, right? Let's just do more of that and supplement additional things that sometimes we just have blind spots. Despite how much we can think out loud in our own head, it's harder to translate into something that works. So that's why people come to me to bring all their big ideas into something that's tangible and to heighten their performance and sustain it and truly have a blueprint for their own life and professionally and personally.
Okay, absolutely, absolutely. Um, Now I know that you're a professional, not only the medical field, but the health field as well. So does that come to like maybe nutrition as well? I know you're not per se a nutritionist, but can you speak anything about maybe the benefits of, you know, eating right and being aligned with, you know, the spiritual?
Yeah, so my training, my background is in medicine as a PA, and then my concentration is heart and lung surgery. My other background before even going into medicine is public health and neuroscience. So I'm very heavily on the way that our mental fitness and not just our physical body fitness. Now, I have a lot of interest. I even before the pandemic happened, I actually tried to train to do a body figure competition, and I was very diligent about eating, measuring out how much I'm eating, 6 meals a day, how to plan out my training. And those gave me joy. Those gave me that functionality, energy as well. However, just have that is also not enough. That's why I train mostly on how can you have mental immunity, because just important as having physical immunity, especially nowadays, fight out the disease, flus, and all the other bugs out there. But your mental immunity is going to help you to overcome any unforeseen, unpredictable roadblocks in life from the external expectation and even from our own expectation that's not serving us.
Mm, mm. Very nice, very nice. More than what I expected, but I knew it would be something great. Um, Now, you know, it's very, you know, nice to have companions and stuff in life. So who is the name of this particular companion of yours?
Yeah, so this is my little baby Ella. She is now a 4-year-old golden doodle, and she's very playful. Right, I trained her actually to be a service dog, so she can walk right next to me when we go outside. She knows just to sit underneath the table, not to bother. But she's also just super friendly. She's like, "Mom, can I be friends with everyone?" That type of girl.
That's cute. That's cute. Definitely had to give shout out to your puppy. Absolutely. So outside of that, I know you say that you take enjoyment in by doing shows, doing different podcasts and you know just you know outside of the surgical field, but still like what else do Sabrina do? You know what I mean? Do you play cards, you play pool, you bowl, you know what I mean? Like you play basketball on the side, you go running, jogging, like what do you do?
Yeah, I love to travel. I like to hike. I love dancing, actually. So even preschool, I was dancing. I started with ballet, and then I moved to just jazz, hip hop. In college, I was with our dance team to do shows for our basketball team and football team. And nowadays, I just dance for fun. I can take some choreography classes or just with my friends. And even in college, I believe I used to not only be in the dance team, I studied abroad in Spain. So I did some Latin dancing as well. So I think my life is all about how can I create joy for myself doing the things I love, but how can I spread the joy into other people so I can be happy and I choose to be happy with everything that I do instead of searching for if I get to that point, then I will be happier.
Absolutely. It's all about having that feeling of freeness, of freedom, you know what I mean? that's what we all seek. You know what I mean? We seek as much freedom as possible in this world that's, very discriminative. Um, so with that being said, I know earlier you spoke a little bit. First, I want to say you look great. You look very beautiful today. I'm sorry. I'm so late, like 37 minutes into the program. I'm telling you, you look beautiful. I should have said this at the beginning. I thought it, I said it before the camera started, but I meant to say it again. So I just want to say that.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
You look nice and red.
Bright color, right? Like, I think color also means a lot to all of us. And it's a representation of that emotion that you feel for the day, for the moment, right? And we can represent, as one of my really good friends, she is the image consultant and especially clothes, and we represent ourselves. We can use clothes as something that give us confidence, represent ourselves into a certain profession, or just be comfortable. And you don't really have to care so much on the look part. It's the way that we want to represent ourselves. So yeah, bring the color, brightness, right? That's all I love. Solid color, bright, yellow, red, blue, right?
Cool. So what feeling am I giving off right now with my color scheme?
Yellow usually is that brightness, is shining, right? And then it's also a warm color. So that can, when you have also your background is into that big earth, right? Body of water, usually it's also calmness, right? And peacefulness.
Okay, mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. That's what's up. So, honestly though, all jokes aside, how has this pandemic been, and how did it affect you and your business, and how did it influence your business, going forward?
Yes, I think pandemic is a moment where we all try to reflect even more. And many people feel like it hindered them. And other people actually took on as the best moment to reset themselves, go to the next level. I felt the same way. Now, earlier on the pandemic, my life was also a little wobbly. And then I realized no matter what I'm doing, I just have to do what I love to do, keep doing what works, and learning additional ways to elevate and scale. So I focused really on speaking more, connecting with people, and see how can I create the synergy that I always want. You are going to come across people that are not right for you, that are hindering you instead of helping you. And once we recognize that, cut the cord. It's okay to say no to people, and it's okay to say no to projects. I always say no is a perfect sentence. No, actually, from one of my friends, means new opportunity. The only way we can get to live the ideal lifestyle we want without spending so much time and just doing is we have to say no to almost everything. Then you can say heck yes to the only things that truly lights you up in life.
Okay, easier said than done.
For sure, because it's a skill for many people feel like if they say no, that means they're losing opportunity, or they wanted to avoid the difficult conversation that comes with a no. So one of the skill that we can say no is positive, negative, positive. What that means, oh, someone who maybe asks you to do a project and you just don't have time. You don't have to explain that way. You don't need to give people false hope to check back on you. You can simply say, thank you so much for thinking about me. That really means a lot. You can pick anybody else you thought about me. However, I really could not help you on this project. And then you bring on the positive means, I wish you all the best to find the right people and launch it into success. So you start with something positive. You recognize that they're not there. They saw your value, right? And now you have to say no. And once you say no, you don't have to explain a whole slew of things of why you're so busy and why you cannot help them. And if you really want to go have them come back to you, then you can say, hey, can you check back to me in a month, or whatever realistic timeline you can give them. But if it's not, you're just not interested in the project, or you really couldn't do it, then we can just end there and then conclude with something positive. Actually, you feel the empathy toward them, and then you want them to succeed. Whatever that is, conclude with something positive. So positive, negative, positive.
I like that formula. That's a really good formula. Positive, negative, positive. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna replay this video and make sure I write that down. I'm gonna write down a whole lot of stuff actually from this video. You've given some great lessons, not only in life, but business and everything. We're just really all grateful. Now, with that being said, how can people reach you? What is the best way to support you and reach you?
Yeah, I'm very active on Instagram and LinkedIn. You can just search my handle. It's my phone name, Sabrina Runbeck. And for anybody out there who just wanted to have a deeper conversation to see if I can even add value to you or not, or refer you to the right resources, people can find me at sabrinarunbeck.com/blueprint. I'm happy to jump in a zero pressure call with you. And when you go to the page, I'm actually going to show you a short segment that I did on Fox where I talked about the concept of burned out and what are the simple ways to overcome that as well. And then you can see my calendar to grab a best time. I only do those free calls 3 times a week. So if they fills up, I'm sorry. But if you see anything that works for you, I'm happy to jump on a quick call.
Okay, great. And along with being featured on Fox, I know that you've also been featured on the Healthcare Podcast Network, Medium Network. We're talking about CBS News, like you say, Fox News, ABC News, the CW. We all familiar with all of these stations, and Thrive Global. Can you speak about some of your experiences with that, and what does that mean to you to be seen and heard?
Yes, I think many times is you create opportunity for yourself, and the way that we approach people is also matters a lot. And I think a lot of time we took on the position of I'm just talking about how good I am, how much I really want to serve and give, instead of understanding what is the problem people want to solve and the solution you can already give to them. Then talk about your credential. So that's why all the publications and TV segment I got into is from the mindset of what is the problem I want to talk about and solve. On Thrive Global, I published a few articles on building mental toughness, having what does this self-care even mean, and how do you become someone who's productive. And versus a TV, we kind of introduce some of the topics I mentioned earlier. So no matter where you want to position yourself, think about all the problem you can solve for people and the possible solutions. And then your credential, why you be the best person to solve that. And people would love to get to know you that way.
Okay, absolutely. Now tell me why TV and over perhaps radio?
I think I love them both. I know that our communication level a lot is vision, right? And our body language means so much. The way that you lean into something, the way that maybe we felt a little sluggish, right? Like check our body. So all these mean something. So when you're on TV or if doing a video interview like this one, you truly connect with a different way than just radio, because body language takes more than 50% of our communication skill. Then the additional 20% is audio. Then the rest, smaller portion, are actually matters on what we say, right? So the how we say it, the tonality, the loud, soft, the way that we communicate truly matter. So I think it's both are very important. I run a podcast. It's audio only, but I do repurpose the videos into Facebook and YouTube for other people to see the interactions that I'm having with these speakers, just like you're doing. So I think both are amazing. It just that video gave us more of a personality per se.
Okay. Yes, I would definitely agree with that. You know what I mean? I love video. Um, a little, backstory on myself, in reference to my experience with this whole video virtual world that, we're all kind of like either forced to adapt to if you want to continue to be successful or, whatever. But basically with me, to be honest, Sabrina, you know what I mean, I was actually fighting the 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 feeling like I didn't want to convert. And I'm a person that believes that everything needs change. But I was really stubborn. I'm a Leo, but I was really stubborn when it came to this particular look. I wanted to just stick to doing my filmed interviews. I really love film one-on-one, in person interviews, and I really didn't want to adapt to convert. So I had told myself, man, forget it. I just wait. You know what I'm saying? Whenever they lift the quarantine, me, whenever the world open back up and everything goes back to normal, what I'm used to, that is, then that's what it is. And that's just what I'll do. But then what happened was, and shout out to the famous Chicago Bridge magazine, Bridget Wiley, publicist for the famous Warriors. What happened was she gave me an opportunity through one of her people in her network. Shout out to Most B Cotton Tree Talk, and I became a co-host on his show that's located in Paris, and he's a native of Sierra Leone, Africa, and so he has basically a podcast that's there, and I was doing co-hosting, and I was interviewing all of these great African artists, what I mean, celebrity artists and people of that nature. And what happened was they gave me the confidence to do what I'm doing now, and then I started this show in October the 20th with my friend Sapphire Steamy in Toronto. And man, I'm really just glad that I did it.
Yes, I definitely so proud of you for having that courage. I think the confidence was already in you because you're hosting in person. So that confidence of being on camera, interacting with people is not unfamiliar to you. It's just the technology part that made us question, do I really want to do that? And then once you get familiar with the technology, it doesn't seem so bad. And then it brought back that sense of core. And since I enjoy doing this, so I'm so glad that you found this way to be the new way to communicate, to deliver, and give you the opportunity to have someone globally, right? And that's the amazingness on how you can be resourceful. You can just trust your gut. Just do it, try it, because no matter what you wanted to try, that tiny little steps will give you the validation, the confidence, as you're saying. And then the more you do it, you become very much competent. So you become an expert in the field. So then you will want to do even more.
Yes, ma'am. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. While you were just talking, we have a few more comments just came in. Sapphire Steamy says, yes, we are now live. That's what's up. I'm glad it's working now and everything operational. She says, great confidence and King, hashtag I said it is a natural 100. I try to make it look like I'm a natural at this, what I mean? Let it be known, I was in speech impediment classes when I was growing up, what I mean? I used to stutter really, 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 really bad. And like I was just doing purposely there, but but I used to do it really bad. And it was like I couldn't even get my words out. I couldn't get my message out. And I think the reason why I stuttered so bad is because I just had so many thoughts and any ideas since the beginning. And I didn't just know how to express myself. And so with the help of a pen, I became a writer, a poet, and that definitely helped. So is that something you do too? Are you a writer?
So I'm publishing a book called Asian Women Who Boss Up with 18 other Asian women. And that's coming out next month. I believe I'm more of a speaker than writer, but I definitely understand so many writers are beautiful. They put words on the paper and it creates more visual than what you can even acting out. So that's amazing to see so many people who are able to do that. I definitely applaud you for knowing that our brain capacity is so high, it doesn't matter our age or where we come from. That's why we focus on mental fitness. The way you can train yourself to get over that speech impediment, or even for me, when I had to learn new language when I came here, or to learn different skills as we're growing up, you can all be really skillful in whatever you wanted to do with time, repetition, and small steps to get there.
Okay. And thank you again. Thank you very much. Um, Sapphire says the Asian world is a male dominant. I am so proud of you, Queen. And yes,
Yay!
I'm second that. I am also very proud of you, Queen. Like I was saying, that is just incredible what you have done. Especially with your culture. And you just overcome the impossible. Like really, against all odds, you have definitely stood strong and still growing. That's what's incredible. Like it's so many more things that we are look forward to seeing from Miss Sabrina Runbeck. You know what I mean? I'm anxious myself, you know what I mean? So with that being said, man, again, it is just such a pleasure to have had you on the show today. I'm so grateful that you took the time out of your super, 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 super busy schedule to, come and share your story with us. And I'm definitely not rushing you away because I'm definitely enjoying this moment. Let it be known. But we speak about so many different things. Let me go back through my notes real quick. Things that I wanted to make sure that I asked you as well. Um, but first, speaking about what we're talking about, let's talk about that. Let's get a little bit more in depth. If you want to give us some examples, can you speak about the discrimination on different levels that you did have to overcome because you have been so ambitious to continue to step through so many different doors?
Right. I think that's such a great question. When I was just in junior high, trying to learn English, definitely I had that bully where people would say, wow, you can barely speak. Don't listen to her. She just don't even make out any sense of her language. I had to get over that as I was growing up as well. And then it becomes a women. And we know more than 50% of women are having college degrees, right? When you go into all different universities, but then not many of us actually continue on become professionals. And in medicine, particularly, there are 80% of us are women, but only 1 out of 6 are in executives or dean of school. How come we're not stepping up as the rest of the men? And even within culture, same thing. Asian culture always predominantly are led by men. And so all of us in this book, particularly, I'm one of the person who has a medical degree, but there are also podcasters, speakers, mental health advocates, there are movie producers, there are chefs, there are people who are big event planners. We can all become someone, and we all position ourselves because we know we need more, and then we're not gonna just compromise who we are by someone else telling us who we ought to be.
That's right. That's right. And you shouldn't, and you should not comply or have to submit. You know what I mean? If that's what your dream, we all was blessed to be on this earth. We're all God's children, and what I mean, we all have a purpose. And so, what I mean, it's our duty as human beings, what I mean, to seek our purpose. You know what I mean? And I'm so proud of you that you have continued to seek your purpose and you have not let any obstacle stand in your way or hinder you from becoming the powerful woman that you have become today, the beautiful woman you have become. You know what I mean? Just continue to take large strides. I believe in you. And you know what I mean? Salute to you, like I say. And thank you so much again for just being here. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you networking with me. And again, shout out to Ron, the director, because if it wasn't for him, he would not have. I wouldn't even probably never met you in my life. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know. It's just so amazing. He actually, the two of us connected on Instagram, and he was in doing a big project on overcoming bullying autistic kids and doing a big movie, and which he asked me if I want to be part of it. Of course, it's such a great mission. So for him, we're going to try to film next year. I think it's going to be an amazing project, and that's now I'm here with you. So it's amazing to be in this world to spread the messages that we can all empower each other.
Absolutely, absolutely. So definitely shout out to Ron, and I'm glad to also be part of that film. And I just look forward to us to start filming. Due to the the pandemic and being able to do everything, of course, safely. Um, so with that being said, again, just thank you so much. And I want to also remind you that today we're also being streamed with the help of Urban Grand TV. They have many services, and this is their information right here. They're actually been in business for now 20, 21 years and running, Sabrina. And they're actually also a 13-time award-winning TV and radio network. And would you believe that their network reaches 250 million people throughout the United States?
Yes, yes, definitely proud for that, right? Like their amazingness people are doing every day.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, I'm just so grateful that Wally, helps me out in streaming this show and just to help, spread the message when I have such great guests like yourself, celebrity guests. And before we get out of here, we have a couple more comments coming in. So, Sapphire, she says, the young girls all over the world need to see this. We are here with you. Girl power, hashtag.
Yes.
She says, I just followed you, Queen, all the way from Toronto. And congratulations. Hashtag I said that you deserve all the things, great things coming. Appreciate you, Queen. Salute, salute. I appreciate you. Much love. Sapphire.
Sapphire, definitely love to chat with you.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's actually the biggest female MC rapper in all of Canada, actually, as well. Let that be known.
Amazing.
She's the queen of the six. That's right. Yeah, so it's been a pleasure, Queen, Sabrina. To be able to, just you to share your legacy with us, and I'm just really grateful, like I say, and I look forward to continue to network, perhaps, and connecting you with some other people that I'm sure would be interested in having you tell your story, maybe on their network or something like that.
Yeah, that would be my pleasure. And thank you so much for thinking of me. And thanks everyone who's watching this, listening in. We know you can be anywhere and you choose us. So we give you the gratitude of spending time with us.
That's right. Much love. But before I get out of here, I have to show this picture because you didn't tell me the whole story. You told me you did so many things, but you didn't tell me that you was a model too. I need some explanation behind this picture right here.
It was not actually intended to be a model shot. I just do some like professional shots with photographers or friends, and this came out great.
I definitely say it came out super great. You know what I mean? It's a great shot, and we're gonna talk more. You know what I mean, about business and everything though. I look forward to keeping in touch. Peace to you though, Queen. Salute. Much love.
Thank you.
I welcome you to, if you have time. I understand if you don't, because you're like a doctor and everything, saying medical practitioner. But I'm gonna close out the show with a few videos. So I welcome you to stay around. But if you can't, it's truly understandable. But much love to you, much respect, and peace, peace, and blessings.
said it, the poet. I support, I said it, the poet. I said, I support it, I said the poet.
And I support the legendary poet all day long.
Thank you.
Right, bro. Yeah.
Yo, it's the originator Jazzo, y'all. Make this real quick, man. Shout out to Isaidit Management. Doing it big.
Appreciate you.
Sapphire Steamy, the sixth queen from Toronto, and I'm representing for King Leo and Isaidit Management. You heard me. I said it. King Leo. Big up your blood-clad self. Sixth queen from Toronto. Mwah.
Hey man, what's happening? It's your boy Skrilla, man. Shout out to Isaidit, the celebrity interviewer. You dig what I'm talking about, man. Sponsored by the famous Chicago Bridge magazine. Get in tune with it. You dig?
Yo, what's good? This your boy Who Knows. Letting you know this Wednesday, December 16th, tune in. I'll be with the celebrity interviewer Isaidit the Poet for the Isaidit Show, sponsored by the famous Chicago Bridge magazine. Yo, 2020 been a hectic year for everybody. I've been blessed to still reach a few accomplishments, get a little bit of acknowledgement, and we're going into 2021 hungry and heavy. And we're going to discuss all that Wednesday, December 16th on the Isaidit Show. HFE, baby, who working like us.
Hey, yo, what up? This is Dead Wilder, music exec, music manager, entrepreneur. Shout out to the celebrity interviewer. Isaidit the Show, sponsored by the famous Chicago Bridge magazine. All right, prosper.
What's happening? This your boy Ken Jones, man. Shout out to the celebrity interviewer Isaidit Show, sponsored by the world famous Chicago Bridge magazine. Y'all tap in. Dope content, dope interviews, and you might even see me on that song.
What up, it's your boy Dave Tolliver from the legendary Minute Large, and right now you're checking out the celebrity interviewer Isaidit the Show, baby. Yeah, it's all being brought to you by Chicago Bridge magazine. Yeah.
Hey, love. It's Shy Love giving a Shy Love salute to the celebrity interviewer Isaidit the Show, sponsored by the famous Chicago Bridge magazine. Keep doing y'all thing. It's all love and Shy Love. Hugs.
Tony, Joe Torre, Melissa Clark, and of course my friend T.L. Williams. That's a winning combination right there. So we're just here to enjoy some great music and hang out with my man Isaidit, the poet.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
And for those who like to listen to you on the radio and continue to support you, what are the times that you're on the radio?
Well, we do the afternoon show from 2 to 7, and of course we do the Back in the Day show Saturday nights, which all the music of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And the main thing is we have great listeners that listen, call us, and we have a lot of fun on the air. I mean, it's not anything hard. It's just it's very easy. Just show up and be able to do this in my hometown. So thank you all for listening, and thanks for listening to this guy. Isaidit the poet.
What was the inspiration behind you choosing radio opposed to TV? Thank you so much. That was the famous Joe Soto, 107.5 for like 35 years now. So shout out to Joe Soto. That was an incredible moment. That was like 4 or 5 years ago. So thank you so much, Sabrina Runbeck. It's been a pleasure, Queen. PA Sabrina. It's really been a pleasure. I want to definitely address you correctly, no disrespect. Peak Performance Consultant. And again, I just encourage people to reach out to you, visit your website again at SabrinaRunbeck.com, correct?
Yeah, SabrinaRunbeck.com. And for anybody who wanted just to chat, see if I can provide any value to you or not, happy to hop on a virtual coffee chat. Or if you wanted to see some of my short summary of how I can help you to become a peak performer again, just go to my website, SabrinaRunbeck.com/blueprint. So maybe we can find you the right blueprint as well.
I heard that in that order. So again, thank you so much for being on the show. I'm always grateful for shout outs and everything. So I'm always grateful to be able to share my shout outs at the end of the show of all my celebrity interviews, because, you know, I'm just grateful anytime people appreciate what I do. And for I appreciate definitely what you do, Miss Runbeck. So, you know, you take care, you definitely be safe as, you know, we continue this pandemic and we all fight together and be as one. And, you know, blessings to you. And like I say, to all your future endeavors. And, you know, just know you have my support right here at I Said It Management all day long. And whatever you
Yeah.
do, remember, I said it.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. Have a good night, everyone.
You too. Peace, Queen. Thank you again for everyone that tuned in live. Again, share this video. It's not too late. You can still share this video. You can still replay this video, and it'll be available on YouTube at I Say the Management tomorrow. It takes 24 hours. I don't know why. Ask me later. But we gone. Peace out. I said it.